everyone, Fiona here from Lavender Blue, and I'm here with another free printable for you today. So this one is, we've got a page of lovely Japanese women in a sepia tone, vintage Japanese women, and it's available in my Facebook group and on my Ko-fi page, which are always linked down in the description. So I thought that I would give you ideas on what you can do with these. And what I wanted to make today is a little sort of concertina writing spot. So I'm going to make a couple of different ones just to give you an idea. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my ladies out. Okay, so I have mine all cut out. Now, it doesn't matter if they're not exactly the same. Mine are a little bit off, but close enough. So for my first one, I think I want to use... Can't get that apart. I think I want to use this girl, maybe. So it's really quick and easy, really simple. The first one, but this is what I like to do with my little ATC cards. So these are, you know, journal cards, but they're ATC size, which is actually 2.5 by 3.5 inches. And if you don't know what an ATC is, it's an artist trading card. So normally it means you have a card substrate 2.5 by 3.5 inches. Could be any substrate. It could be cardboard. It could be, I don't know, cardstock. Could be any sort of paper, really. Piece of canvas. But you do a little piece of artwork on there, and then you can swap your little, that's why they're called artist trading cards. And I think we are going to do ATC swaps in my Facebook group, because I'd really love to do that, probably once a month. So anyway, well, what I'm getting at is these are obviously digital ATC cards or journal cards. So you can use these, you could use it as an ATC to swap, but probably not as it is. So there's things you could do on there to decorate it up a bit, and then you could make that your artist trading card swap. Or you could make something out of it like what I'm going to do now. So I'm thinking as I go along, guys, thinking maybe instead of a challenge this week, we could turn this into a swap. And we can swap our little writing spots that we make, if you'd like to do that. Now I'm going to do a little bit of inking, and I think I might as well do all of them while I'm here. Actually, that little brush is not really, it's a bit soft for going around the edges. So we just ink around them. If you want to, it's optional, of course. I just like to cover those white edges, the white core of the paper. And it just defines your image a little bit more, plus gives it a vintage feel. And I'm using Tim Holtz Distress Ink. The one I'm using today is Walnut Stain, so it's quite a dark one. But having said that, I did re-ink it with, not with Walnut Stain, but I had this ink here from Kaisercraft, Mists, And this is a brown iridescent spray. It's fairly dark. But I just sprayed it with that because I didn't have the re-inkers. I don't know how long it's going to last, but so far it's working okay. Okay, last one. And that bit's done. Okay, now, which one do I say I wanted to use first? Was it this one? This one or this one? Actually, let's go with this one. I like her. So you're just choosing what you want to be on the front of your little spot. Whoops, I nearly knocked the camera over. Sorry about that. So I'm just going to my tea-dyed paper. And I want to get more of a card than a paper. You can just use paper. No problem with that, but I wanted mine to be a bit more sturdy. So this is just tea-dyed. Well, it's not really cardstock. It's a thick paper, and I think it's 200 GSM. But use just your papers if you want to, or any paper. You can just use plain printer paper if you prefer. Perhaps I'll do one with just paper as well. Just change it up a bit. Put that back. Okay, so what we're doing is we're basically making a little writing spot. So you want to put your little card photo on your paper, and I'm going to make some marks. Well, I'm going to make one mark probably just for cutting. So we want to cut it to the same length as this. So I'm going to put little marks there. Okay, we may need two, so I'm just going to, it depends how long you want your writing spot to be. So I'm going to cut two in case I need them. And I mean, I don't always cut them. I've made them before where I've just actually torn it, and just gives it a bit more of a shabby look if you wanted that. Just fold and tear if you want to. Is that straight? I think it is. Okay, I have a little strip left. So basically, what we're going to do, you could score it, and I think I will score it. I don't usually do this either, but I think I will today. I'm going to score, I just need this little tool here, and all you're going to do is score the width of your photo. Score where, or you could just measure 2.5 inches, but I don't think mine is 2.5 inches. So I'm just going to do the score just to start me off for my first fold. So we're going to be folding our paper concertina style. Then I know my second fold needs to be here. Third fold. Just makes it easier with a, you know, if you've got a thicker paper to do it this way. And then you could be left with a little bit afterwards, but that's fine. We won't cut it off, we'll still use it. Now, I just want to see if I want mine longer than that. Because the longer it is, obviously, the more writing space. So, I don't mind this one being short. I think I might make the next one longer and we use the paper. And the next one will be a little bit different. But we're going to use more than one photo. Okay, so what's going to happen is this little bit here is going to glue to your page. And so this becomes, you know, just a little pull out. Like that. But actually I prefer the opening on this side. So I'll just turn that around. And then you also need a little paper clip because that's what holds it together. So this would be stuck to there. You would pull out your little writing spot like this. Okay, you can stick it into a pocket or you can stick it onto the page. You can do either. So let's just get a little bit of ink onto this paper. I'm going to do around all of my pages on both sides. So we decided it's going to go this way, was it? No, that way. Okay, now the inside. Okay, that's done. Inking often takes a bit, but I always think that it's worth it. Okay, so that's mine. So I'm going to glue her on the front. So I'm thinking that's quite plain. I wonder how we could dress her up a little bit. I thought about putting a little bit of sheer fabric behind her. Or even a bit of cheesecloth. Don't have my tea-stained cheesecloth. I've only got... Right, this is a bit of tea-stained sort of fabric that... it was white. But I thought if I could have it just hanging over the edges a little bit. might be, I really need something a bit thinner. Let's see if I have it. A bag of cheesecloth. Nope, they're all white. I mean, of course, I could just spray my cheesecloth right now with that brown spray, but I think it might be too dark. I don't think I want. This is like a muslin. Actually, I think that's going to be better, to be honest. So, and you could also put a bit of lace behind her if you wanted to, or just down the side, the open edge. I just wanted to try a bit of this to see what that looks like. So where's my scissors? I need to cut off this edge. Tear that down. And see, I wonder if it will tear this way. Yep. So I have my strip. I have a strip. Yes, that's what I wanted. The tatty edges, a little bit tatty. And I'm going to cut that. I always say I'm going to go simple, you know. I'm just going to use paper. I'm not going to, I say that to myself, you know. So I'm not going to, you know, try and go too embellishy. In fact, that's what I'm doing in my latest journal, the neutral one. But I always end up adding fabric and lace because I just think that it just, you know, it just softens everything and it just looks really nice. So we're going to need this little bit of fabric glue here. And I might need to put a little bit of paper under this so that I don't can't use that. Let's use the scrap piece. Just so that I don't get glue on the underside. Okay, I'm going to put that down. And then I'm going to put a little bit more fabric glue on the back of the photo as well, because I'm gluing it onto fabric. Any glue will probably work, but I just want to make sure it's going to stick well. And I need to make sure I'm on the actual card, which I am. Now you could add something else down the side here. Bit of trim or lace, or, you know, it's totally up to you. And then you just get your little paper clip. Let's see, I've got some black ones here. And just paper clip it together. And that's how it will sit in a pocket. Or glue it to your page, whichever you prefer. So I'm not going to glue mine to a page now because I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to do with it, but just to show you, that's what you can do. And then it's just a matter of it opening out like that. There's writing space or photo space on both sides. So that's the first one. I just think they're really cute. I actually love doing this with my photos or ATC cards. So the next one, I'm going to use more than one photo. So let me see, how many actual folds do I have? 1, 2, 3, 3 sections. So I think we're going to join two pieces together for the next one. So I'm just going to get, this is just my paper this time. So we put this one on the front. We're going to mark it again. Make sure it's straight. I might just do it at both ends this time. Oh, just broke my pencil. That's what I like about these mechanical pencils. You break it and you can just push out more lead. You don't have to sharpen them. There we go. Let's cut this. On the lines that I've made. One. And 2. So I'm going to start with doing the same thing again. Do I need to score it? I probably should, just to make it nice and even. Putting this paper on the edge and then putting this on the edge. I'll just score the first one this time to get us going. Okay. I'm not going to score the other one yet because we have to see where we're going to join them together. So I think I might glue her down first. Should we put a little bit of fabric like we did on this one? Or should we do something different? You see, I've got this cute little eyelash trim here, which is like a brown, and I think, is that too dark? If you're going for a grungy look, that would be nice. Let's one's a bit too thin, that one. Okay, let's cut off a piece of this, or let's just do this for now, because I can always dress it up afterwards. I can't glue anything under her, but I can always put something on top. So let's just glue her down first, because that's going to make it easier to do my folds, I think. Oop, this one's got some glue stuck in there. I need my pokey tool. Okay, so this is going to be a swap in the Facebook group. So it'll be under events. Not right now, but, well, it could be by the time you're watching this video. But just keep checking. And you just make one of these and send them to a swap partner, whichever one you want. Here we go. I'll put this on at the end. So now I wanted it to open from this end. It doesn't really matter, but it just seems more, I don't know why, it just makes more sense to me. So I didn't even fold that on the line. Fold on my fold line. I think I've just glued her a bit crooked, that's all it is. So then I'm going to go back. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, I've got a feeling she's glued on crooked, but that's okay. No, we don't want that sticking out. So make sure it's lined up with the top. And here we go, we end up with this little piece again. Okay. So now I'm just going to glue this on the top of this one. You could miter the corners, but I think I'll just leave it straight. So the paper I'm using is A4, but it'll still work with, obviously, with US letter size, but you may have a little bit less left over once you've done your last fold. Okay, so we just keep going. And back. And we have that little edge again for gluing down or just leaving as is. Okay. So as you can see with this one, you've got a lot more. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be gluing another photo to every third one. So we have a lot more interest in this one. I think you need the extra paper to do this one. Otherwise there won't be any writing space. I mean, but if you don't want it as writing space, you just want it as a decoration, glue them, to every segment if that's what you want to do. That one down. Make sure you're not sticking them right on the folds, okay? Because it will make it hard to fold. So on this side we've got that, and that. Let's have a look. Alright. So if I turn it over, going to do one, two, three more. We've got one left over. So with this one I can make another one of these smaller ones. I do have a section in my shop of just journal cards, and there are a lot of ATC cards in there. So if you go over and take a look, see if there's anything you like. Now another thing you could do, of course, is take it up a step and put some little pockets on the inside. So with your leftover strip you could, turn some of your little sections into pockets, but I'm not going to do that. Now I didn't glue all the way around this, but it's I mean, not glue. I didn't ink all the way around this. I'll just do it really, really quickly because the tea stain paper doesn't really need it. So, I think you get the idea of what we're making. And, it's an idea for anybody for using up your ATC cards or vintage photos. Of course my glue's not dry, so it's a little bit harder to, I've got to be a bit more gentle in my folding. Okay, so we now have some more photos on either side. Okay. And that would go into a pocket or glue down to a page like that as well. I think this one might be nice glued down to a page. So I was going to put that little bit of trim to show you as well. Where's my glue lid? A little bit of fabric glue down the side. Let's put in a bit of scrap paper under there. This little strip. Okay, just adding something. And we need a little paper clip. I'm going to put it on this side. You could put it on the top as well if you wanted to. And of course you could decorate the paper clip, which I might do, but I might do it off camera, but just you could tie a little bit of a ribbon on your paper clip here, or add a little charm. I think a little charm would be nice. And so there you have it, your cute little concertina writing spots. Okay, so thanks very much for watching, and if you want to take part in the swaps, just head over to my Facebook group, which is linked below. Okay, thanks very much guys, bye bye.